We were cut off before the break there, but Apollo got sent from the top of the cage to the bottom, and now the Black Giant with a choke slam sending Apollo to the mat. The Black Giant in full control right now, and ladies and gentlemen, here comes the second wasteland of this match, and he connects there on the Protector. And now what's he setting up for here? Now what's he looking to do? And oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, Cobra Crush, backbreaker. And again, throwing the Black Giant away right into the steel cage. And oh, the Black Giant isn't done yet. The Black Giant is fixated on punishing Apollo. He is fixated on making sure that Apollo never ever does what he did before. He is going to make him pay for busting up his eye. He's going to make him pay for almost costing him the MPWF Championship at bragging rights. So this crowd here is split 50-50 before these guys. I mean, oh, that's a third wasteland in this MPWF steel cage match. A third wasteland, and ladies and gentlemen, here comes the last ride. And nothing but pure elevation there by the Black Giant, and now he goes for the cover, and I'm afraid that will be it. And the Black Giant has won and retained the MPWF Championship. Wow, what a match we just witnessed there for the title. Both these men put it all on the line. Both these men tried to destroy each other. They are two phenomenal animals in the ring. Two phenomenal athletes. The Black Giant and Apollo just tore each other's heads off. But the Black Giant survives here tonight. The Black Giant leaves London, England with the MPWF Championship inside a steel cage. I mean, we still have to wait to Starcade, but this was one hell of a way to kick off the show. Imagine what the show is going to be like if this is the way we kicked it off. And there's the ever beautiful but consistent general manager Tiffany. She tries her best to make sure that Annihilation is the best brand in the MPWF. But oh, hang on a second here. That's Deborah Dangerous, decked out in a suit tonight. She wants to talk business. She definitely looks business. Well, that could be a ratings booster, a rematch for the Tag Team Championships. I would love to see that tonight. That would add to a hellacious show that we're going to have here. Oh, wow, that's an even bigger match, ladies and gentlemen. Cash Money Inc. will face Antonio Goldman and Craig David in a match later tonight. That is huge news, but for some reason, Deborah Dangerous doesn't look happy about that. I see Deborah Dangerous saying that Tiffany's making a huge mistake for announcing that match, but Tiffany looks very confident in her decision. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to kick things off with the next match of the evening. And here making his way to the ring, El Mosco Luchaderas, a very capable athlete. El Mosco is a former tag team champion and a former cruiserweight champion. He is one of the tops in the cruiserweight division. I mean, the cruiserweight division has been in a bit of an uproar over the last couple of months in the MPWF, as we finally discovered it was Hector Rodriguez who ordered the destruction of the cruiserweight division by paying the natural disasters. But later tonight, we'll get more into that when Rodriguez defends his cruiserweight championship in an impromptu match. He does not know who his opponent is. It will be a surprise opponent, and I cannot wait to find out about that. El Mosco Luchaderas already spoke to me before the show, and he said he's not happy about that. El Mosco says, when am I going to get my shot at the Cruiserweight Championship? When am I going to get my shot to be on top of that division? Well, tonight he has a match, and against an opponent, and whoever it is, if El Mosco can beat them, you bet your bottom dollar that he will be back at the top of the division. You can never get enough of the ovation the fans give the Eclipse when he makes his way to the ring. He stormed on the scene here in Annihilation at Bragging Rights, where he defeated David Otunga and he retired David Otunga from Core Wrestling. The Eclipse makes his way to the ring tonight to go one-on-one with El Mosco Luchaderas. And let me tell you one thing for El Mosco, this is going to be a tough fight right here. El Mosco, if he can beat this man, he will sure as hell be #1 contender for the Cruiserweight Championship. But can he defeat the Eclipse? The Eclipse is a dangerous superstar. He is still mysterious. We do not know much about this man. All we know that he is phenomenal in the ring. And so we saw that altercation between him and Tyler Bell last week. That was interesting right there. Is the Eclipse looking to get a shot at the YouTube Championship? I don't know, but I know I would love to see that match. With the Eclipse getting ready for action here tonight in London, England, and this crowd here across the pond is cheering for the Eclipse. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be one hell of a match here on Annihilation episode 10. Well, let's make it or break it time for Mosco here on episode 10 of Annihilation. Mosco wants that Cruiserweight Championship. Well, all he has to do right now is defeat the Eclipse, and he will get a shot at that title, I guarantee you. There's a big kick there by the Eclipse. So the Eclipse running with so much momentum so far here in the MPWF. And defeating David Otunga, I mean, this guy is impressive as hell in the ring. Look at that spinning kick there by the Eclipse, sending El Mosco to the outside of the ring now with a kick. And now the Eclipse is going to the outside of the ring here. And Eclipse, faking out El Mosco Luchaderas. El Mosco fell for it. And now the Eclipse, senton splash to the outside of the ring, knocking El Mosco off the turnbuckle. El Mosco went to try and get through the ropes, tried to use his speed there, but the Eclipse was faster than El Mosco was. And El Mosco, though, showing his speed this time, now heading up to the apron. And El Mosco going back inside the ring. And El Mosco throwing up the Eclipse to the inside of the ring. So El Mosco Luchaderas is certainly a lot faster than David Otunga is. So, I mean, maybe that's what the Eclipse is having to adjust to right now in the ring. As El Mosco now going for a 450 splash and connects. A huge 450 splash. Now going for the cover. Foot on the rope. Referee Marty McFly can clearly see that. Not a smart move on the part of El Mosco. But you can see the desperation. He wants to end this match fast. Get the impressive win. And defeat the Eclipse here tonight. But the Eclipse certainly will not allow that. And now the Eclipse has El Mosco up. And watch this beautiful fisherman suplex there by the Eclipse. And unfortunately for him, El Mosco's leg was in the rope. And now turning him around here rather violently at that. The Eclipse now into the turnbuckle. Nice drop kick to the face. Says still to come tonight. We already discussed the Cruiserweight Championship matchup. But how about the match we found out that will take place later on? The tag team match, which is now being announced as the main event. Cash Money Inc.'s Tyrone Fitzgerald and the Avenger will face Antonio Gorman and Craig David. Last week, Cash Money Inc. lost the tag team championships to White Boy Fresh and Blue thanks to Antonio Gorman. You know that there's going to be retribution. You know that they want to get revenge. I said we're going to get to see that in the main event. And what about the match we just saw just now? That steel cage match to kick off the show. That was intense. That was brutal. And El Mosco in trouble as Eclipse takes him on the outside of the ring. And now, throwing him back inside the ring again. The Eclipse has done the beat down on the outside. And the Eclipse now with an elbow right to the jaw of El Mosco Luchaderas. And now, Mosco getting up. Eclipse now on the turnbuckle. Look at the speed there. El Mosco, though, knocking over referee Marty McFly. And El Mosco heading right to use a foreign object. Got the steel ring bell. And wow. What a move there by the Eclipse. I didn't even know what I was saying there, but that was impressive. The Eclipse diving to the outside of the ring, showing us his athleticism and dexterity to knock down the Eclipse. Sorry, to knock down El Mosco Luchaderas. There's too many big words in one sentence there. But springboard crossbody now taking down El Mosco Luchaderas. And this crowd here in London, England, appreciating the Eclipse, appreciating his athleticism, and big time 2 drop kicks to the face. 2 feet. And now the Eclipse has him up here. And now look at this. Nice move there. Reversing that. A reverse FU to some people. And now the Eclipse getting the crowd on his side. Asking for the crowd's adulation. And now going to throw El Mosco to the ropes here. El Mosco is in trouble there. Nice tilt-a-whirl backbreaker there by the Eclipse. And the Eclipse now turning him around. Not sure what he wants to do here. Hang on a second there. Beautiful move there by the Eclipse. Double underhook suplex. 2. And just getting the kick out there. Nice move there. That was fantastic by the Eclipse. And now the Eclipse. Hang on a second. Beautiful Trouble in Paradise kick by the Eclipse. Ladies and gentlemen, the next move, his special maneuver, which is ironically called the Eclipse as well. Will we be seeing it? And now never mind. He's changing it to the Michinoku Driver. Fantastic move there by the Eclipse. Beautiful wrestling move. Now all he has to do is go for the cover because El Mosco sure as hell isn't kicking out of that. 2, 3. Good night, Irene. This one is done. The fat lady is singing and the Eclipse is winning. What a victory for the Eclipse. And here we take you through the replays of the matchup as the replays are brought to you by SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. This is your moment, ladies and gentlemen. Also brought to you by SOCOM4 and brought to you by PS Network. Yeah, we suck ass, but never mind. The Eclipse takes down El Mosco Luchadores. And now watch this right here, the Trouble in Paradise kick as he connects with El Mosco Luchadores. Oh, and another sponsor, the World Wrestling Future, the WWF, where your dreams can come true. And that right there was the Michinoku driver. Unfortunately for El Mosco, his dreams didn't come true in this match because he will not be receiving a Cruiserweight Championship shot after that loss. But again, hear this crowd in London, England, cheering for the Eclipse, appreciating his efforts in this matchup. A huge victory as the Eclipse continues to climb up the... I'm excited from this evening as he continues to climb atop the mountain here in the MPWF. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hush my voice for a sec. Just watch the Eclipse celebrate his win. And here we are backstage with Cash Money Inc.'s members Tyrone Fitzgerald and the Avenger, and there's a rather ticked off Deborah Dangerous. Bitch, that was kind of mean there by Deborah Dangerous. I don't think Tiffany's a female dog at all. I wonder if anybody's ever heard of the quote, me, myself, and I. That's how Tyrone Fitzgerald talks about himself. I mean, he doesn't even want to be a part of this team anymore. The Avenger and Deborah Dangerous trying to think about the tag team champions, and Tyrone Fitzgerald's thinking about himself. But oh, look at this. Here we go again. Tyler Fell and the Eclipse going face to face this week one more time here. Tyler Fell, brand new YouTube champion. Won that championship from Richard Hawkins at Bragging Rights. If you didn't watch that show, make sure you go back and watch those videos. And make sure you subscribe to the MPWF channel. Tyler Fell just called Eclipse a rookie. I would watch my mouth if I was Tyler Fell. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll head for a break. When we return, we'll have a YouTube Championship rematch as Tyler Fell defends against Richard Hawkins.